Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today I'm sharing with you my newest pans in my collection. So every 4 months or so, I like to film a video like this where I can share with you the shiny new pans in my collection across all makeup categories. I like to do these, I would call them like on a trimester basis. So every 4-ish months, because that gives me enough time to get, a handful for me to show you. So I will link my previous ones down below if you want to kind of go through and see a lot of pan. These are just the ones that I have hit pan since the last time I filmed this video. So let's go ahead and dive in. I've got a couple of eyeshadows, a couple of powders I'm really excited about. So the first palette I want to mention is the ColourPop Wild Nothing, and I have 2 pans in here, which is exciting. So 2 new pans. All right, so I do have a couple of shades popped out of here, but the 2 pans I have are Seashells, which is this kind of shimmery green, and No Bounds, which is this dark chocolate brown. So I already had pan in this shade here, and I've hit pan in 2 more. So I officially have 3 pans in this palette, which I'm really excited about. So I hit pan in Seashells during my Pan in Every Palette series on my channel, and then I hit No Bounds in my Project Pan that I ran throughout the whole year this year. So that's where they came from, and just really happy to see more and more pans in this palette. So those are the first 2. And then I have 2 other eyeshadows to share with you. So the next one comes from my Sultry palette. This was my Pan That palette for the year. And since my last update, I've hit pan in 1 other shadow in here, and that is Cyborg. So Cyborg is this really shimmery silver here. It is a little bit different for me personally. I tend to wear more golds and silvers, but I have been leaning into the cooler tones. So Cyborg was actually the last shadow in this palette I needed to hit pan on, so it was exciting for a lot of reasons. 1, you just love a good pan. But then 2, I also finally hit pan in every shade in here, so that was really exciting for me. So yeah, Cyborg was another one. And then another eyeshadow that I just recently hit pan on comes from the Norvina palette. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. The pan that I hit is from Base right here. So this was in my project pan during the year as well. And I just hit pan within the last couple of weeks. This palette does have 2 pans in it. I also have pan in Dazzling up here, which is really exciting because this was a Christmas birthday gift to myself last year. So I've had it for 1 year now, and I already have 2 pans in here, which makes me really happy to see. I'm grateful to know that I'm actually using, the makeup that I buy. Base is a little bit of a gimme product, but still 2 pans nonetheless. So very happy about that. And then I did hit pan in a powder foundation, the ColourPop powder foundation, but I actually have already finished it up. So I hit pan and then I finished it up. So I can't really share that with you because it's already done, but I did hit pan in a different powder foundation actually today, which is kind of exciting. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear powder foundation. It's got the red packaging here. So this has been the powder foundation I've been using. A little dusty, sorry. And I hit pan this morning. So I've got a little pan in there. You can see it kind of shimmering. So this one I probably will finish before I do, the next one of these in the spring, like April-ish. So I probably won't be able to show you how this expands just because I'll finish it up, but I really do enjoy this powder foundation. It took me a lot longer to hit pan in this one than the ColourPop one. I didn't officially count, but I know it took me longer. So anyway, yeah, hit pan in a powder foundation. Last product I hit pan in comes from my Hourglass Quad. So this is the Ambient Quad from a couple of years ago, and I hit pan, big pan in the under eye setting powder, or at least that's how I use it. So it's called Soft Light. It's this one right here. And it's not a like shiny pan, it's a baked product, so it's kind of on that tile. But I do officially have pan in here, which is great. So I now have pan in 3 of the products in here, which is exciting. So all of this down here is pan on the bronzer. Again, it's kind of hard to tell with the tile. And then I have a little bit of pan at the top of this highlighter. I do not have pan in the blush yet though. So that is what I probably will work on next year so that I can have pan in every shade in here and then, work to finish it up. But that is my kind of short and sweet pan update. I thought maybe I would share with you some pan percentages. So let me pull up my notes and we can talk through those. Okay, so a couple of pan percentage. I have two to share. The first is just eyeshadows. So in all of my collection, I have 145 pans of eyeshadow. So cream shadows are not included because the two cream shadows I have are in a stick format. They're not in like a pan jar or something like that. So 145, and I have pan in 27 of those. So it is 18.62%. Now my sultry palette is leaving me, so that'll shift at the beginning of the year. But that is something that I wanted to mention was 16.82%. That's pretty good. Then if we move on to my full collection, so I added in all of the pans that I could hit pan on. So this includes, again, like a cream bronzer that's in a pan. I've got ColourPop's Super Shock highlighters. Those are like in a, I could technically hit pan on those. So I added all those things up, my powders, blushes, all of that. So I have 161 products in my collection that I could hit pan on. So anything in a tube is excluded, but 161 pan eligible products, we can call it. So then in my whole collection, I have 32 pans. That includes the eyeshadows and the other products. So that gives me 19.87% of my entire collection that is eligible for a pan has pans. So that's almost 20%. I'm really happy with that. Definitely would like to see that increase, but overall very, very pleased. So those are just kind of a couple of fun numbers for you, but I'm really pleased with how I did with panning this year. I do have a Project Pan playlist I can link down below, as well as my Pan That / Every Palette playlist if you're interested in eyeshadow panning. Just, really happy to see those pans and actually work through what I have. So that is the update for me for December. I will see you guys again in April-ish for another trimester worth of makeup to share with you. So I'm really, really excited to have some more in the new year, but that's what I've got for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.